is on.
This is on.
Okay.
We are like live.
We're live.
Yes,
Cool.
don't pick your nose right now because that just makes
I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait.
Okay, so Matt, we're here at Starbucks,
We are.
and all I did was just be like, you guys, we got this cool project, and you guys were like, we're in, and
Yeah.
you were like,
Yeah.
we'll do it.
I mean, I think organic conversations like this are a plus to anyone's day. I mean,
Yeah.
but-
Okay, so what's your work? Because I don't know. You're
Yeah,
Matt.
so I work for a drug and alcohol treatment center. Yeah,
See, you guys
so-
said you were a cool group.
We're a unique bunch. over
They're
there,
like,
for
we're
sure.
super amazing, and I'm like, you're already my people because when people, I go by hotness.
Okay.
Because clearly, I mean, right? 46-year-old woman that, typically we're not allowed to like ourselves. So I love that you
Typically
guys
not.
were
A lot of
like,
people don't.
but that's what I'm trying to change.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah,
Because
yeah,
if we turn that same specter of self-loathing, we turn it out.
Sure.
But if we realize we're doing that and we change it, then we turn out love.
For sure.
Right?
And you can start to really do different and amazing things in your life.
Amen.
And that's,
So,
that's what
yeah.
we're trying to do at Recovery Ways with people is realize that it's okay to love yourself. And
Awesome.
You're actually not a bad person. And you can
Amen.
do
Right.
great
What
things.
what you do has nothing to do with your value. That is unchangeable.
No, nor your
Yeah.
past.
Exactly.
you know?
That's what I'm saying. Is
Yeah.
and I spit on you.
Oh
It
no.
might not have been caught on camera, but I believe in accountability. Recovery Ways is your group.
Yeah.
And is
Recovery
it
Ways
inpatient
Treatment Center.
or-
It is an inpatient
Okay.
treatment center. My job is to go out into the community and work with our partners to try and help as many people as that we can. So
Love it.
meaningful organic conversations are part
Okay,
of the
so
day.
how did you get into that? What brought you to that line of work?
So I'm a recovering heroin addict.
Okay, see,
sober
you
for-
said you had a cool
Yeah.
story, and I love this.
Been sober
Yeah.
for 6 years.
Congratulations.
I know that, if I were to go back to using substances, then my life would probably quickly fall apart. and that's
So
not
what
something
got
I
you
want.
into heroin? I mean, I'm sure one day you said, I want to become an addict.
Yeah, right. I woke up when I was like 15. And I'm like, yep, this is it.
Yeah, this is the
I
day
have
I'm messing it
arrived.
up, right?
My mother was an alcoholic growing up, so addiction kind of
Right.
runs in the family. They
Yeah.
say it's a genetic disease.
Yep.
And at a young age, I was curious. I guess you know what it was? I didn't really like myself, and drugs and alcohol took me away from that feeling,
yeah.
self-loathing feeling.
And the truth is, if we can tell kids that everybody has a pit in their stomach, that they're not enough.
Right?
Right?
I mean,
Everybody
you
has
are
that.
normal if you have that pit in your stomach.
Right.
Yeah.
So you have it. The addiction gene runs in the family. And the behaviors are being role modeled.
The behaviors are being role
Yeah.
modeled, and I started at a pretty young age, 13 years old.
And what
Christianity.
what drug did you start with?
Just alcohol.
Alcohol,
Yeah.
right. And how quickly did that get to the hard stuff? I sound like an
by-
80s mom, don't I?
The
hard stuff.
By 16, I was into painkillers pretty
Oh, wow.
heavily.
Yeah.
And then by the time I graduated high school, I had tried heroin and, a couple years
Were you
later-
able to finish high school?
Yeah, I finished high school.
Okay, good. Yeah.
Dropped out of college, went to treatment my first time when I was 21, and then moved out to Salt Lake in 2011 for another treatment stint.
I don't know what the phrase, would you be
I-
wrapped up in that addiction?
Sure, so...
Well, educate me. What's the phrase you would say, like
I was using...
using? Okay. See, that is an
I was
80s
active
term.
in my addiction for,
Active in my, I like
7
that.
years.
It's proactive.
Couple
yeah. So
overdoses. I'm definitely on borrowed time right now.
I wouldn't say borrowed time, gifted.
Gifted. I like that. Gifted time.
Yeah.
So I got sober in 2014, and I don't really know what it was that finally made me
Right.
flip the switch, but
Well, it's that was a huge. I'm like you were just saying. It's not a flip. It's a fighting to get that up.
Sure.
Very intentional healing that has to happen beyond the treatment facility to the rehab to getting integrated back into being productive.
Right.
In your life and everything, right?
Well, no, I think it finally was too. I was just tired of burning all the relationships in my life. Like I wanted to be loved by other people, and at that point, in
Just
my
a
life,
basic human need.
there was no one out there that really wanted to love me. They didn't want me in their life as the person I had become.
Right. Are there people back in your life, like family and things?
Sure, yeah. I mean, it took a couple years after I got sober to rebuild the relationships in my life with my family and friends and siblings. And
addiction runs in my family too, and so it's something that even though I haven't been active in an addiction, see how I learned the new terminology?
It's there.
Right? It's something that, when I had my hysterectomy, I'm like, okay, I got to be responsible with this stuff.
Sure.
And I think we got to do more educating kids, and we can't talk enough. I mean, as part of the other part of this is removing the labels, is we get to learn from the experience of other humans. But as long as we're saying, oh, that person's not like me, they wouldn't understand, we don't get to learn from their experience.
Not at all. As the world gets, as addiction in the world gets
and we're
worse,
talking more, which is good.
A lot of people are talking about it, and it's being brought to mainstream media. And I mean, you drive down the highway and you see how many billboards about the opioid epidemic.
Right. So, I'm a speaker, and those good, juicy stories, right? Maybe that's a way to help educate people.
Sure.
So you're doing both sides.
Yeah.
See, you're welcome. I introduced you to Matt. Right? Right, because people, the best way to educate people is by telling those stories.
Telling the stories and getting out there.
Maybe write a book.
Maybe. Will you write the book for me? I'll
Sure.
give you the stories, you write the book.
Sounds great. So Matt at Recovery Ways.
Yep.
Thank you so much for coming over.
This is
and
great.
you know what? I really appreciate you being because again, about removing labels. Nobody would look at you and go, oh, that's a recovering heroin addict. I mean, you look like you're a recovering model. You're a cute guy, right? But people have this idea of what it is. And
Sure,
so thank you for, Hollywood does a lot to help keep stereotypes alive and well, right?
It's true.
And so thank you for doing that. And I hope that you go into schools and talk to kids and, because these stories is how we not only share the wisdom, but we make a difference.
Yeah.
So
awesome. Well, thank you.
Thank you so much, Matt.
Appreciate it.